What's up, my beautiful entrepreneurs? When it comes to making fragrances, are you trying to figure out how to really build more complexity within the fragrances that you're creating for your brand? Are you kind of lost as to how your fragrance really should be and how to make it more well-rounded? Well, in this video, I'm going to cover the fragrance pyramid, synthetic and natural fragrances, and also how you can put these all together to make the beautiful scents that it is that you want to make for your brand. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the video. First, let's cover the perfume pyramid. This is also known as the fragrance pyramid. Now, this is going to be a conceptual model that helps you to understand the development of the fragrance over time. And within this, there's going to be three main stages. You have your top notes, your middle notes, and your base notes. And all of these notes together make the fragrance more balanced and more well-rounded overall, and really help each other to balance out the fragrance. Now, it's best to understand each note and how they interact with each other. So when it comes to the top note is going to be the first thing that you recognize. Once you spray that fragrance or once you put on the body oil, it's the first initial scent. And within about 15 to 30 minutes, you will notice that that top note starts to dissipate, because your top note is going to be a lot more volatile and it's going to evaporate within the fragrance immediately. So you're going to notice it right away, but it goes away really quickly, but it leaves a lasting impression of the fragrance. Now, within each note, there are going to be several notes that are kind of within them as well. Now, when it comes to your top note, I'm going to have an example of citrus notes, and this can be lemon, orange, you can have lime. Think of your citrus notes that you often smell. And then your next is going to be a green note. Green notes are going to be like basil. You'll see scents like mint and grass or frog leaf. Like, you'll see different scents like that have more of like a green smell to it. You're going to have your aquatic notes. This is going to be more of sea breeze. There's also going to be marine accord, and you will have watery notes as well. Also, when it comes to your top notes, there's also going to be fruity notes that you get as well. And this can be apple, pear, you'll get notes of mango, and different scents like that. So think of all of your fruity notes, and that's going to be your top notes overall when it comes to your fragrances. Now for a quick tip. When it comes to making your fragrances, you want to have batch consistency. You want to make sure that no matter what, when someone buys your product, it's always the same. Now, one thing I always do is I always buy my fragrances from the same company over and over, because I know that the pound cake that I purchased or that raspberry jam that I purchased is going to be the same with that brand. Keep that same consistency and buy from the same one. If you like that fragrance, buy from that same company as long as they have that fragrance. Then we have our middle notes. Now, these are also known as the heart notes. You're going to understand why, because when it comes to your middle notes, after your top note has completely evaporated, this is the next note that you're going to get within the fragrance. It plays a really important role, because with your middle notes, once you've smelled that top note and then you get the middle note, your middle note is really the heart of the fragrance. It really helps to share the overall emotion or ambiance that you're trying to get with this fragrance. You really need to have the middle note, because it's going to help with the transition from your top note to your base note. And so these are the two fragrances that you kind of get first and last, and the middle note is what is going to help you transition from one note to the next. Now, your middle note is going to have a lot of floral scents, and now this can be ylang ylang, which is a really popular one that you kind of smell and may not realize that that's a really popular scent, but that's in a lot of fragrances. And then you have lily of the valley. You're also going to get a lot of jasmine and rose in your middle notes as well. So think about all of the scents that you have that are sharing that they have notes of rose or jasmine. These are going to be the heart of the fragrance and really what helps to elevate the fragrance overall. Then you have your spice notes. Now, your spice notes are going to be your cinnamon, you have clove, ginger. These are the fragrances that you're going to get with your middle note. And then also you have a herbal note within this as well. Now your herbal notes are going to be rosemary, you're going to have lavender, there's mint in this as well, and then you also have tea tree within your middle note as well when it comes to the herbal scent. One that you may not even think that would be within your middle note is going to be your woody notes. Now this is going to be your sandalwood, cedar wood. You also have a cashmere wood that's going to be within this as well. And a lot of times when it comes to your fragrances, you're going to be using multiple of these fragrances to help to elevate the fragrance. It's not just one of each note that you're going to have in your fragrance. You're going to be using several of these components in order to make a fully developed fragrance. Now, when it comes to your top and middle notes, what really helps to give the base for your fragrance is going to be your base note. The base note is the most important because this is going to be the most lasting fragrance that you receive within the fragrance. And within your base note, you'll notice that this is going to be the more long lasting. You'll get notes of the middle notes with your base notes as well, but it helps to carry the middle notes a little bit longer, and it's just the last scent that you're going to receive and you're going to notice throughout the day. Your base note helps to contribute the sillage or the trail of the fragrance when you spray it and you have someone walk away from you, and that base, that smell that you get from when they're walking away, that is what the sillage is, or the trail of your fragrance. And the base note is what carries that through your whole fragrance overall. So your base note is really, really important in this step. Now for a few examples of your base notes, a big one is going to be musk. Now don't steer away from musk. Musk isn't just for male fragrances. It's not just for a masculine scent. This really helps for women's scents as well, because you still need that musk to help to make the scent a little bit more well-rounded. Notice that it really has a lot of development that it does add to your fragrance, even as your feminine fragrances go. So with your musk, you're gonna have like a white musk, or you'll have like a musky ketone. Those are going to be like the main musks that you see, but there are different musks that are available on websites. Like I've seen with a lot of them, they'll have different forms of musks, but I do challenge you to take them all and give them all a try and see how they can play a tone within your overall fragrance. So then you have your amber notes, and a big one is going to be amber wood. Now really with this, you're going to get more of a sweet woody note. It's going to have a little bit of musk in this as well, but you're really going to get more of the woody elements within this fragrance. Have sweetness within this fragrance as well, but it's not going to be much of a musky scent, but it would help having this paired with musk to really add more of a manly scent to it if that's what you're looking for, but also to help to balance out any of the jasmine or the floral or fruity scents that you have, and that's what the base note is there to do. So another base note that's great is vanilla. Now I know I talk about vanilla all the time because I think vanilla is a really great base note. It really helps to level out your fragrance overall, and it really helps to add more sweetness or fruitiness to your fragrance. So when it comes down to your vanilla, you can have a natural vanilla, which is like a vanilla extract that you can have. You can have more of a warm vanilla, which is going to have more buttery notes. That's going to be more of like a vanilla extract that you use in baking. Also, you'll have a vanilla bourbon. Now this is going to have a form of vanilla and also bourbon as well, so that's going to bring in more spice to your fragrance overall. So when you have a bourbon scent along with your vanilla, you're gonna have those sweet notes along with more of a spicy note added together. And we're gonna get into all of this a little bit more with the examples that we have created in this video as well. Now, when it comes to making your fragrances overall, it's a really great idea to allow the fragrances to sit together so that you can come back, smell it, and see what you think and how you feel about the fragrance. So what I do when I'm making a fragrance is I use a really small bottle. It's just the essential oil bottle that you can get, and it holds 5 ml, just enough to be able to test out the product overall. So you just add in all of your fragrances, all of the elements, and you just allow it to sit in that bottle. And you can come back and smell it, see how it smells, you know, in a couple of hours, see how it smells in a couple of days, to see if you still like the scent, and see if you're still getting those top notes when you initially smell it. Then you're getting the middle notes and the base notes, and they're all working in the way that you want them to. And now with each of the fragrances that I have created, this is just for us to understand the concept of creating these fragrances and how each note can come together to make the perfect scent. I won't have any percentages here. This is just for us to understand the concept of making it. Now for this first fragrance that I've created, this is going to be a floral fragrance. Now I started this off with my top notes being sea breeze, and I'm also using green tea. Now with your sea breeze and the green tea, they're going to add a fresh element to this fragrance. That's going to be like the first thing you get. So think about the sea breeze, or you're on vacation and you've been at the beach. Think of the sea breeze, the fresh notes of it, the oceany aroma, kind of getting salty fragrances from that as well. And then from your green tea, you're gonna get sweet and herbal aromas when it comes to the green tea. So the two of those together kind of help you get that fresh, herbal, more earthy notes to it in the beginning. Then in your middle notes, this is where you're gonna have your jasmine and rose. Now these are gonna be my main floral notes within this fragrance, and this is really the heart of the scent. Your jasmine and rose are going to have more of the floral scent to it. You're gonna get kind of that woodsy floral scent, and it's gonna smell a little sweet as well. And you're just gonna think of this as you're holding a bundle of roses with jasmine and all of that aroma all together. So this is gonna be the second thing that you're going to notice. Now within your middle note, you're also going to have cashmere wood. Now with the cashmere wood, this is also a middle note that's going to help to bring in more of that woodsy, fresh smell to the jasmine and to the rose. It comes to your floral fragrances. So the woodiness and the cashmere bringing in more of the sweetness to help to level out your jasmine and rose is going to really make the scent really come together and be more complex. Now in your base note, you're going to have your musk, and you're also going to have amber. Now musk is going to really help to elevate your middle notes, to really help bring out that woody smell to it as well, and really to help to elevate your jasmine and rose as well. So this is a really great base note. It's going to really elevate the fragrance overall. And this is going to be the same that you're going to get from amber, because amber is also going to have some sweet notes to it. You're also going to get kind of like a little bit of a woody aroma to it as well, to help out with the cashmere wood that you're gonna get as well. So all of these together help to make the fragrance more well-rounded. Now also when it comes to making your fragrances, you want to think about whether you're using synthetic fragrances or natural fragrances. When it comes to your natural fragrances, these are going to be your plant-based fragrances, and they're going to be more naturally derived, and they're going to have antibacterial or antifungal properties. And for antifungal, you're going to really find that in your lemongrass, essential oils, or peppermint, and it's even in eucalyptus. I know you use that when you are sick. I know I use that a lot when I'm sick. You just have some eucalyptus in the shower and it'll help to just drain out your sinuses. And so when it comes to antifungal issues, that's having essential oils is really important, and that's going to be naturally derived in order to do that. And then you also have anti-inflammatory essential oils as well. And when it comes to that, this is going to be either juniper oil, this is also tea tree or fennel oil as well. This is where you're gonna have those anti-inflammatory properties. And I know with tea tree, the juniper oils, I know this is used a lot with dry skin or irritated skin that may be red and itchy. These two essential oils are really great for those issues. So if you're trying to market to that form of a consumer for particular issues, will help people to utilize your product, especially with it being natural. And there are going to be a few cons when it comes to your natural fragrances. A lot of times their shelf life isn't as long, and also in general the fragrance itself doesn't last very long, and they'll start to dwindle within the hour, within a couple of hours. A really big thing with your natural fragrances is that if you're looking for a more long-lasting scent, then you may not get that with your essential oils. But I think that if you are marketing your products for natural fragrances, I think people are going to notice that and expect that as well because they're natural. So that can be a con, but at the same time, I think that it's also expected. But then you also have synthetic fragrances. Now your synthetic fragrances are going to be more chemically made. These are going to be either chemically made to create the fragrance that is desired. With your synthetic fragrances, it's going to replicate any particular scent that you may think of, and so that's why you can find fragrances of pound cake, and there's so many different synthetic fragrances that you can find that will come together to make beautiful scents. When it comes to your synthetic fragrances, they're going to be a lot more stable for you, so your synthetic fragrances definitely do play a major part in making your products. Now, be a lot more consistent. When it comes to synthetic fragrances, these are man-made. They're going to be made in a lab, so you're able to have that same consistency over and over and over again. With your synthetic fragrances, they're going to be a lot more consistent, and you're going to also have a lot more repeatability with these fragrances as well, and making sure that you have that overall consistency. Synthetic fragrances and your natural fragrances, they both serve a great purpose when it comes to making your products, and I think they're both great when it comes to your overall business. But let me know down below which one that you use and which one do you plan on using when it comes to your business. So for this fragrance, this is going to be more of a fruity smell to it. It's going to be fruity and fresh. So on the top notes, we're going to start off with apple and pear, mint as our top notes. Now with the apple and pear, I think these are two great scents that are a little similar to each other, but they also can help to play off each other to really elevate the fruitiness of this fragrance. So I like adding the two of these together. Now with the mint is going to add a little bit more freshness and kind of cut the sweet scent when you smell it initially. So having that in combination with the apple and the pear is a really good starting point for your top notes. Now for your middle notes, you're going to have lily of the valley and magnolia. Now with lily of the valley is going to have more of a fresh aroma to it. It's going to really help to elevate the more of like the freshness that you need when you're having more of a fruity scent. It does have some fruity elements to it as well, but really you're going to get a lot of the freshness and lightness in the fragrance with lily of the valley. Now with magnolia is going to be another sweet element to it as well, but you're going to get more of a floral aroma with it, because I think when you have your fruity scents, also having more of a floral scent added along with it will help to elevate the fruitiness of it as well, to make it more of a well-rounded scent and have it be a little bit more long-lasting as you notice it as you smell the fragrance over time. Your base notes are going to have musk and a vanilla absolute. Now vanilla absolute is going to be pure vanilla. It's going to have the sweet and that vanilla base that you need for this fragrance to kind of help to make the floral scents and the fruity scents a lot more well-rounded. And I love vanilla absolute to kind of even out that smell as well. Now musk, again, we're going to be using musk because musk is a really great fragrance that helps to again level out all of the other fragrances as well, but it helps to add more of a masculine tone to your fragrance, which is great again in feminine and masculine fragrances, and it's a really great aroma that you're not going to notice right away. You may not even notice that musk is necessarily in the fragrance, but it does its job in adding in more umph to the actual fragrance overall. Now if you're interested in a video where we test all of these fragrances and creating a fragrance with your top, middle, and base notes, leave a donut emoji down below so I know that you're interested in that video. One issue I really ran into when making my fragrances was what percentage do I use for each fragrance to really develop the proper fragrance. If you're running into that issue as well, watch this video here where I show you how to break down a full scent profile and what percentages I use of each fragrance to really make sure that you're using the right percentage for each fragrance that you are using, and I'll catch you in the next one.